want to know what Kevin Owens recently had to say about Randy Orton? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what he had to say, and I think you're going to find his comments quite interesting because I did, and that's kind of the goal here on the channel. If I think it's interesting, I think you might be interested, so I share it. And look, Kevin Owens is a very, very interesting guy because for the majority of his WWE career, he's been a single star. Sure, he's been in tag teams, most notably in 2023. He had a very interesting pairing with Sami Zayn, although it was very heartfelt and people got behind it. Well, why did they get behind it? It's because there was connection. It's because there was past. It's because there was a relationship between him and Sami Zayn. If you even go back to 2022, where really I believe Sami Zayn made the Bloodline storyline, right? I really, really do. And I think he is a missing piece in that story right now. Although they are doing some interesting things, he was constantly in a trying not to be talked out of being in the Bloodline by Kevin Owens, right? Owens is like, they're using you, they're going to turn on you, you're going to get betrayed, yada, yada, yada. And it was actually Sami Zayn who turned on the Bloodline because he could not take seeing his good friend Kevin Owens be beat down by Roman Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline at the Royal Rumble in January of 2023. Obviously, that led to a match with Reigns and Sami in Montreal, right, at the following PLE, such a good moment. And then even at WrestleMania 39, we finally got to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as our undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions when they dethroned one of the greatest tag teams of all time in the Usos, right? It was a very good moment. Now, as of late, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, well, they've been kind of paired at the hip, whether that be as an alliance, whether that be as tag team partners, including going up against Logan Paul for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 40 in a triple threat. Now, ultimately, Logan Paul, well, he walked away as a champion. He actually hit 200 days as champion today. Congrats to him as he challenges Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship this Saturday at King and Queen of the Ring PLE. But Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, they were actually tag teamed together at the Backlash France PLE when they took on Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Now, of course, that match ended with the Bloodline going over the baby faces because Tonga Loa, well, he showed up and he returned to WWE, right? He was previously with the company. So, anyways, Kevin Owens was recently on WWE's The Bump, and he had some very interesting things to say about Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. So let's get into it. So he was talking about teaming up with Randy Orton against Bloodline. He said, if I'm going to team with anybody against those guys, Randy Orton's the best pick that I can think of. And beyond the fact that I need somebody like Randy to be in the match against those guys, just getting to team with Randy at all is something so amazing to me. The chance I have to get with him as my tag team partner for anything. So that made Saturday extra special. In regards to their loss, he said, it's really bothering me. I don't really let things bother me. I've been pretty good at taking things in stride in this industry, but you never know what's around the corner. But this one, it's eating away at me, if I got to be honest. In regards to Carmelo Hayes, who has made notable waves on SmackDown since making his main roster arrival, he said, I was trying to say something nice about this kid, but now that I just want to beat his ass. We have all these guys that come up to the main roster, and all they want to do is start talking trash. In regards to the younger athletes, he thinks they need to show more respect for those who blaze a trail for them. He said these guys need to start getting in check. They need to start understanding that this is a business, and it's a business about respect. When you come up here, you respect people you want to compete against. If you beat them, kudos to you, keep going. But there needs to be a level of respect. We've lost that in this business. Quick shout out for our members. If you ever consider to join our members only section, now is the time, because for 99 cents, you get so many cool perks, including members only video, promo codes on merch, and much, much more. 99 cents, link in the description below, and back to today's video. You've seen that. If you even go back to like the CM Punk interview with Ariel Helwani a few months ago, and he's talking about AEW, and he's like, I treat this as a business while others don't, including AEW press Tony Khan. With Kevin Owens, look, he's been around the block. I mean, he's been around for a while. I don't think people understand the longevity that he's had in the wrestling business, going back to his ROH days and then obviously in WWE. But even on the independent scene in Canada and PWG and being with, a young Bucks and Adam Cole's and Hangman Page, all those guys, like, he's been around. He's seen those guys progress, and he's even progressed. And sure, he's had his run-ins with the likes of CM Punk and everything like that, but he's been around the block, and he's always been a very interesting guy where it's like, whether it be under Vince McMahon's creative leadership or even under Triple H's leadership on the main roster, at least, it's like he's never been the guy. Yes, he's had a Universal Championship reign, but like, let's be real, there wasn't really anything hung, be remembered by. Triple H helped him win the championship, and then he eventually lost it to Goldberg, and during which that was such an afterthought because what he and Chris Jericho was doing in 2017 was so amazing. Like, that pairing, that feud was great. And I agree with Chris Jericho in the sense of, like, their WrestleMania match didn't get what it deserved. Originally, they were supposed to have the Universal Championship on the line for that. And then Vince was like, oh, well, Goldberg needs it. Brock needs it. So you had Goldberg win the title only to drop it to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33, Kevin Owens and Jericho. They couldn't even get the opening match, for God's sakes. They got the second match. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody in the comments will. But, like, I believe it was AJ and Shane that opened that was a PLE, but at the time it was a pay-per-view event. Anyways, Kevin Owens has never been that guy. I mean, yes, he's been that guy in NXT under Triple H's leadership, but not on the main roster. It's weird how he's been booked. It's weird to see what they've done with him, and he's a top star, but he's not booked as a top star, if that makes any sense. He's a top star when they need him. He's consistently used on television. He's a prominent figure. He's an upper carder, but in terms of, like, championship pedigree, they've never used him, in my opinion, the way that he should. And let's hope that 2024 that can be turned around, right? I don't think it will, but you could be optimistic if you will. But anyway, that is what Kevin Owens had to say about Randy Orton. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and comment down below what you thought about today's video. And don't forget our members only section.